Let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling.
Hello, hello, hello. I don't know where this, oh, that's where that's coming from. It's funny with tech, the littlest thing has a shadow. So, putting my shirt on. Well, what day is it? Is it day 7? I do believe. Well, let me make sure it's day 7. Let me look on here because I forgot to look on here. Let's see. All right, it is day 7. Very good, Michelle. You remembered. So, welcome to day 7 of my 12 days of giveaways. And if you are tuning in live, if you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and drop it in the comments section. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who you support, what grade level you teach, if you are teaching in the classroom. And thank you for being a part of this live stream. So for those of you all who do not know me, my name is Michelle, aka The Ignited Teacher. And what I do on my platform is I provide teachers with evidence-based strategies that can be used in their classrooms as early as the very next day. So thank you for tuning in. So before we get started, if you're interested in being a part of the 12 days of giveaway, let me close this. You can still join and get all of the freebies. So I'm going to put the link in the comment section. So if you're interested in joining, being a part of the 12-day giveaway, it is not too late. I've been having people joining, and I'm shocked because I am it's getting close to the break, but I'm glad people are joining so that you can start wrapping your mind around test prep and actually looking at what you're going to do and how it's going to connect to what you're doing in your classroom already. So if you want to join, you can click that link. It's free. And I'll add you to the group where you can get access to all the freebies and enjoy that. And if you have any questions, you can ask questions in the group. That is perfectly fine. So without further ado, I'm going to start talking about tonight's topic and tonight's freebie. Tonight's freebie is a small group planning template for your lessons. So this is part of a guide that I created for math intervention. It's called Math Intervention and Test Prep. Now, this is a math intervention lesson plan. So it's really just for small group, nothing major. You just pull it out and you write the date, math standards you're going to cover, the student's name and the class, the instructional strategy that you're going to use, the materials, and the model and guided practice. Nothing labor intensive. Now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we were talking about whole group. Whole group is your whole group test prep is totally different from your small group test prep. So whole group is going to be based on these skills right here. These skills, the ones that are maintenance skills. And your small group your skills are going to be based on the skills that you need to actually reteach. So on this template, you have your math standards. You really should be covering in your reteach and your spiral review in small group those standards that are going to move the needle. In Texas, we have readiness standards. Those readiness standards are really what you can focus on, but you won't always focus on them because a lot of times those supporting standards support that readiness standard, and the children cannot meet the readiness standard even if they could, because they don't have the prerequisite skill. So if you're trying to move the needle, if you're trying to do any of that, you have to know what instructional strategy you're going to use. Now, with that being said, this is not the time during your small group instruction for test prep. This is not the time to introduce anything new. Say it with me. This is not the time to introduce anything new. It's not the time because you are not going to have enough time to make sure the kids master it. So say, for instance, and this has happened, you have a strategy that the kids are not getting. And I'm going to give you an example for me. I don't like using number lines to teach third graders how to calculate elapsed time. I hate it because it's confusing. And then to me, it's like it doesn't make sense. Why would you do elapsed time on a number line? When in life are we going to ever use that? I've never seen time on a number line except for in a line graph or something like that. But it's crazy. I would not scrap that strategy, even though I don't really care for it. I would try to make it better. I would look at it and take away some of the parts and try to make it better for the children that I'm focusing on, if that's a strategy that you're going to use. In my classroom, the problem-solving strategy that I use is read, draw, write. I teach my students, and it goes back to the mathematical standards, how to use tools strategically. So if they are using, say for instance, if they're going to use slope, the math tool that a mathematician would use is the slope formula. If I'm teaching time, if they come across a time problem, I would ask my students what tool would you use? Some would say a number line, some would say a clock. It does not matter. But under those materials and resources, you need to really make sure that the children have those things available. Then, in the modeled and guided practice, that is all you're going to do in your group. You're going to model it and you're going to practice. The kids should be going back to their desks to do their independent practice. You don't need to be hovering over them. You're not going to be hovering over them the day of the test. Now, one thing that I do like about iReady has standards mastery checks. Those can be used as independent practice because they're going to be in the testing format. It's on computer based because I do believe everybody's taking their standardized test on a computer these days, and there's not really any paper-based test. So that can be something that you wrap it up. But you need to get true data on your students when you're doing these things. When we're talking about intervention, because you don't want to say, okay, my kids got it, but you don't have any data to back it up, which goes into progress monitoring over time. You should be able to predict where your kids fall at the end. And I will be talking about prediction lists, where your kids are. I know for the state of Texas, third grade is not a growth grade. It is a proficiency grade. What that means is there is not a baseline test. This is their baseline year, and they will grow from there over time. That's what that means. So when you're looking at small group, it doesn't have to be labor intensive. Test prep should not be a whole bunch. I'm going to drop this template in day 7 tonight along with this video. And if you want to be a part of my 12 days of giveaway, you can go ahead and the link is in the comment section and you can be a part of that if you choose to do so. So I would love to have you be a part of it. Go ahead and click the link and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 8. Bye-bye.